In this module, we would like to take a look closely at what were those management concepts which we see today in the books and you study in different courses. Are those concepts old, as we are talking of the history of management over 4,000 years? And the answer is yes. Management, leadership, power and strategy, ये उतने ही पुराने कॉन्सेप्ट हैं, उतने ही ओल्ड कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं, उतने ही ओल्ड आइडियाज हैं जितनी कि आपकी और मेरी इंसानों की हिस्ट्री है. पावर, right from the day one, people needed power. People wanted to manage the resources. They had certain goals in the mind. And of course, वो जो लीडरशिप का कॉन्सेप्ट आज हम पढ़ते हैं, मुख्तलिफ औकात में, मुख्तलिफ अदवार में, मुख्तलिफ एनवायरमेंट्स में, मुख्तलिफ कल्चर में कॉन्सेप्ट जरूर मौजूद था. एंड ओवर ए पीरियड ऑफ ईयर्स it has been changed, and we see it in the management books as old concept and theories as the theory and history of human being. For example, 3,000 or 4,000 years, even 2,000 years ago, we speak of management of tribes. कबीले, कबीलों का सरदार. अब सरदार को आज आप क्या कहेंगे? एक कंपनी का सरदार, सीईओ. कॉन्सेप्ट वही है, नॉमेनक्लेचर चेंज हो रहा है. और वो सरदार प्लान भी करता है. विद इन ए ट्राइब, people listen to him, they make decisions, they look at resources, they have certain goals. Management of armies. Roman Empire से पहले मूसा अलैहिस्सलाम के जमाने की हम बात करते हैं तो फिरौन और उसकी आर्मी, रिमेंबर, उनका मुकाबला हुआ था मूसा अलैहिस्सलाम के लोगों से. तो आर्मीज का जो कॉन्सेप्ट है, ट्राइब्स के बाद पीपल गॉट टुगेदर इन ए सर्टेन फॉर्म. ऑफ कोर्स द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ आर्मी इन दोज डेज वर टू कंकर एंड कैप्चर द लैंड्स. सिकंदर आजम यूनान से चलता है, ग्रीक से, अलेक्जेंडर द ग्रेट, और चित्राल से होता हुआ, सिंध में होता हुआ, मुल्तान और सब कॉन्टिनेंट तक पहुंचता है. That was the reason that when you're talking about management of armies, and especially the concept of strategy, it's as old as the human concept. आगे चल के हम देखेंगे Sun Tzu. He is the first Chinese leader who gave the concept of how the strategy is to be used by the armies. Management of states. अच्छा, आज हमें नेशन स्टेट्स नजर आती हैं, लेकिन thousands of years ago there were city states. Florence was a state by itself, it's a city. So in other words, the city governments were more important than a state. City itself was a state. Then we are talking of countries now. There are certain boundaries. Even sometime you find walls between the East Germany and West Germany, and then the wall is broken down. So over a period of time, you have to manage, of course, with certain management principles, using those resources, making certain decisions, communicating it to the people who are involved, and achieve certain goals. And then, today, you are familiar with companies, organizations, institutions, public and private. And these public and private, as we will see in the history, to begin with, mostly it was public. Administrative, bureaucratic structures of the city and the states. But after Adam Smith's economic theory, we brought in the business organizations. This means then where is the leadership concept? Well, my dear scholars, leadership, as the economy goes, as the economy progressed, the concept of leadership also evolved. Leadership provides vision. Leadership gives you wisdom. Leadership should provide some charisma. It should have charisma. Remember Qaid-e-Azam? Qaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah used to speak in English. But people would have trust in his communication because he had a charisma. In other words, leadership should have some charisma. कायदे-आज़म से पहले बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो आपको हिस्ट्री में नजर आएंगे. मैंने अभी सन त्ज़ू का नाम लिया, which is 400 BC. And the last part is leadership should be able to think of change and provide transformation. The third concept, as old as human history, is the power. अच्छा, power किसको अच्छी नहीं लगती? Power is required to get things done. Powerless people, powerless organizations, powerless countries, no good. है जुर्म ज़ईफ़ी की सजा मर्ग मफाजात. Power is required. But as the history goes on, one point in time, it was the land power. किसके पास कितनी जमीन थी? Remember armies? They would capture the land. They would capture the states. They would capture the countries. Harvest and mine power. Economy was dependent upon how much produce is produced, how much harvest is bartered. Salt was being exchanged for wheat. Remember barter economy? That was giving the power. English people came to subcontinent. They came and captured the mine of salt mine in Kevda. And remember in those days, 1800 and 1850, salt has a lot of power because not every country had the salt. Strategic power. Who can think of strategies and make a plan and get the things done and achieve the goals? And let me add the last. Remember I said I'm a professor of knowledge management. Rashid Kausar is my name. I got my PhD about 40 years ago. That was not the knowledge economy at that time. But now, my dear student, it is information and knowledge economy. Knowledge gives you power. Those companies, those individuals, and information technology makes you even more powerful. Those who have the ideas and who can share, ideas are resources. And who can share, they can earn financial power. So that's why I have added that now when you are going towards looking Alibaba.com, he has nothing except to exchange the information and knowledge. Amazon doesn't do anything special except when you buy a book, it suggests to you, looking at your pattern, what could be the new books you would like to find. So knowledge is also a power. So management, leadership, strategic power, these are the three concepts were available 3,000 years ago, as important as it is today, and you study them and you collect the empirical evidence and come up with new models and new frameworks in your research, in your books, in your thesis, in your presentations. Thank you very much.